Hi everyone, this is Anti. Welcome to episode number 3 of Life and Wealth Mastery. Welcome on board to join me on this journey every Friday from 4 to 4:15 Pacific Standard Time. Welcome on board. And as a promise, today I will be discussing about the 3 mistakes to avoid when the market shift or when the Fed cuts the interest rate. As you know, Wednesday, the Federal Reserve has cut the interest rate by a 1/4%. So usually when they do that, the stock market perform better. But in this case, the stock market been pretty flat. So, but how does that affect you individually? As you already may notice already, the savers, for those of you who save money, you already affect that your interest rate on those saving account drops. Now that the Fed dropped the federal bank rate. So I want to go over 3 mistakes. Mistake number 1, don't just leave your money in your bank account and forget about it. A recent survey from Bankrate that nearly 70% of the American has saving account and that pay less than 2% interest rate. At a time when the interest rates are falling, that can be a costly mistake. So do not let your money sit and sleep in the bank account in a very low return. Be prepared to shop for rate and move your money to a bank that's paying a higher or better return. And CD, if you want to play it safe, some CD like Synchrony. Keep in mind, I don't get paid for saying their name. I personally have a CD with them, Synchrony. They actually pay me 2.45%. I lock in a 13 months CD rate. These are the emergency money that I don't need to use. Like if you don't need to use it for the next 12 months or 13 months, it's always good instead of leaving it into your saving account earning less than 0.1%. I'd rather put it into a 2.45% that can give me a better return on my investment. And mistake number 2, don't be greedy. Oftentimes, you heard of a saying, pig get fat and hog gets slaughtered. So you need to learn how to get your initial investment money back, or better yet, lock in your gains. For example, for those of you who are investing into stock market, real estate market, or even cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, that's like a hot thing right now. Bitcoin, if you were to put in $100 in 2010 on Bitcoin, you actually have about $75 million in today for that same trade. So are you going to continue to play, or are you going to cash in your gain? Same as real estate. Some of you got it during the foreclosure time. Let's say the investment is $500,000 for a single family home. I'm here in Silicon Valley back during the 2008, 9, 10. Some of the houses actually 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We are looking at around even $350,000 at a time. And today, that same home could sold for $800,000 to $1 million. So are you continue to play, or are you going to cash in? It depends, right? So those are the things that you want to look out for. Don't be greedy. If you have the need to utilize that capital gain, so to better to get into a better investment for your money, that's something that you may want to look into. For me, even like stock, for example, if you buy Apple stock at like $100 per share, okay, and today it's like 200 plus, so you already double your money. To me, I always like to secure back my initial investment, right? So just in case if I want to continue to play, then if it go up, I can double my money, right? But if it go down, the worst case, I don't lose anything because I already checked back my initial investment. So that's what I meant about, don't be greedy. For me, it's like be satisfied and always lock in your gains by selling enough to get back your initial investments and leave what you can do to get double up because to me, it's all about opportunity cost as well. Because 80% chance of a return on $100,000 is way better than a 20% chance of return on $1 million. So think about it, okay? So mistake number three, don't try to time the market, or don't try to invest into something that you have no idea or knowledge of. Okay, you need to really do your homework, do the research, okay, or consult with a professional who have a good team. Like if you want to invest into real estate, have a great real estate advisor on your team, or you want to invest into stock, then learn, talk to a financial advisor, pick their brain instead of trying to guess and then play gamble yourself, right? So, and then also people talk to me about when's the best time to invest. You know what? Nobody have a crystal ball. Even the economists, they cannot even predict. They have no ability to predict the direction of the economy. There's so many variables, so many uncertainty in the market space. No one can have that ability to do so. But for me, I always advise my client. I do real estate. I help people buy and sell real estate. I tell them when's a good time for you to buy is whenever you're ready, and whenever you good time for you to sell is whenever you're ready. Like for example, for those of you who renting right now and the low interest rate, that will help you to get into home ownership. Why not? Right? If the cost is like almost like a little bit more for owning the home versus renting, you're paying the landlord. Owning a home actually forces you to save. So in a way, it's good. It's a good time for you to buy. Same like for me in stock too. You can never sit on the sideline and try to say, oh, okay, when is a good time for me to enter the stock market? The good time is when you have some play money that you can afford to play. And you have to do the risk analysis to see how is your risk tolerance. Are you a conservative player? Are you a aggressive player? Right? So once you identify who you are first, and then if you have the money to play, and that's when you enter the market by doing your research and pull the trigger, because you can never time when is a perfect time. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'm trying to get at today. And I hope you find this video as valuable. And if you like it, next episode, I'll be discussing about the 3 ways to look and lock into your gains. Always lock into your gain. 3 ways I will be discussing next week. So thank you for tuning in and watching my video. If you like it, don't forget to click on like and subscribe. Thank you. I'll see you next week.